Hello everybody, I'm hippienolic 2, and today I'm going to be discussing Metroid Prime Federation Force for the 3DS. Now, this game, the footage originally came out at last year's E3, which was a big disappointment for everybody. Every game that everyone saw, they were like, what? And this was definitely the one that people were most upset about. Immediately, petitions went out trying to get the production to stop for this game and just make an actual good Metroid game. So we're going to be talking about this. So I'm joined by Babe, and have anything to say, Babe, right off the bat?
It's a huge disappointment. They've just been disappointment after disappointment lately in the Metroid series. That's all I can really say.
Okay, so the footage that you're seeing is the Nintendo Land WiiU version of Metroid, and you're just using the Miis, and it's a very simple game, but fun. And really, this is a better game than Metroid Prime Federation Force. You get more of that Metroid feel in this game than you do in an actual Metroid game that they're coming out with. Of course, Federation Force is supposed to be like sort of different from, because there's no Samus, and it's like just the Federation like fighting themselves. Like, again, they're just fighting, and it basically looks like Mii's getting into mech suits, almost like Halo style. But the game itself looks very slow and boring. Honestly, I've seen about an hour of footage, and the missions just look like you're not even fighting. You're just like shooting random boxes. It's not much fun. It just looks like there's no heart and soul put into this game, and that the producers just sort of gave up. Now, what do you think they could do to, like, last-ditch effort to improve this game, to maybe appease like what they've done, and like appeal to the crowd, so it's not like a huge dislike as much as it is now?
I don't think they can do that, but one thing they could do is add a Samus skin in somewhere there, because the whole Metroid series revolves around her, and that's why a lot of the fans love the series. I mean, it's not the best first-person shooter. Call of Duty and Battlefield beat it there. This one just looks a lot more like Halo, and it's not going to be able to compete with that, just graphics-wise, or just playing style, or just people who want to play it. So the thing they really have to focus on is the storyline, and they've just taken that whole aspect out.
Yeah, now they could of course use like an amiibo, like you could get the Zero Suit amiibo or the Samus amiibo, and potentially get skins or maybe bonuses. The game itself is made more for the new 3DS because it has the C-Stick, and it utilizes that very well, because you can move around instead of the old style on the 3DS, on the regular DS, where you had to use your other buttons, and it was definitely took a little bit to get used to. Now, if we talk a little bit about this game, what was different about it is that it's also very like multiplayer centered for just story missions. Many of the games at E3 involve this, like Triforce Heroes, like you played with your friends in order to complete missions. And here again, you play with your friends, but it's not like that collaborativeness. It's just sort of, let's all run in and shoot at these terrible looking graphics and hope the game explodes. So it's definitely a disappointment. One thing, of course, that had everybody like shocked was originally there was footage of a game that you were in like mech suits and you ran around shooting a ball, and everybody was like, okay, it's not like the world's greatest game, but it could definitely be interesting and fun to play as like a like $5 or $10 eShop title, because you got to play with people like 3v3. But then as soon as they slapped the Metroid label on that, people hated it because it just didn't live up to the standard. And it's sort of like you would think that slapping the label on it would make more people buy it, but I think it's going to do exactly the opposite. It's going to make people just go crazy and be like, where is a good Metroid game? We want to hold these people accountable. Now, Sarah Palin brought up a great point when I was making a video with him the other day, and he said that this Metroid game looks worse than the demo that came with the original DS, and that was the demo for Metroid Prime Hunters, I believe. And that was actually the first game I played, Metroid game, was Metroid Prime Hunters. And the demo for that game, where you just run around and shot, was better looking than what they're trying to pass off as a Metroid game now. Anything else to say?
Yeah, so just to go back to the point where like the ball game looks a lot like Rocket Jump almost.
Rocket League?
Rocket League, yeah, that one. It's just basically that except with mech suits. Yeah, I remember when I played my first Metroid game in 1986. I was playing it, and it was just a really fun one. It was for originally the Nintendo Entertainment System. But overall, I'd have to give this this whole game an Sam minus Efron rating.
Okay, that's about all. I just like to thank you for being here, and I just like to thank you all for watching. I know this is a very hated game. You can like and subscribe, and I would definitely appreciate that. You can follow me on Twitter at hippienolic2, and of course, just have a good day.